What's up? So now they talked about they did another study out of Britain and they talking about how processed food causing cancer in men and eating this processed food. And I already done videos where I talked about it. I mean, I say it all the time. That is one of the biggest clues about pandemic life. Staying away from all that grease that you don't need in your body. You know, it's funny. You have to go through situations to see situations. But think about this. You go grocery shopping, prices go up. You go grocery shopping, supply and demand, shortages, etc. But then you ask yourself, well, what do I really need? What do I really want? You know. And I will be, being real. You get to a point in time in your life, uh, Cola Guard, checking your health, your calories, your body is essential. And you're being a black man, stress is tension, dealing with America, the politics, etc. You don't have that luxury of waiting forever in a day because you are black and you here with police harassment, with walking while black, driving while black, being while black, etc. So it's important what you put in your tomb and your dome. It's important what the knowledge is the key. So much respect to the late great Dr. Sebi and others who've been informative in other places that you go shopping. You find a specialized store in places, you learn how to eat. Yeah, sometimes in greasy places they're so sexy and so appealing, but they're like that weekend thought. That's a nice jump off for fun. But long run, it's gonna cripple you and hurt you and harm you. So I can't tell nobody how to eat and drink or whatever. I can tell you moderation, all that. But there comes a point where you're gonna see that what that process that they're putting out there is really not good for you. There's a reason why they got 99 of them places at every corner as opposed to health places because you have to seek to find what's supposed to be good for you. And they don't want you doing that. They want you to be mind right, numb right. You know, it's one thing I would tell anybody if you can work in those environments, even better, because that's the best truth test for you. Can you survive in that environment where you're right there in front of it, like it's cotton candy, but you don't want to touch it because you know better? You know, it's almost like being a priest or preacher in a strip club. If you can survive that temptation and keep your cool and respect that it's a business and going about your business, you're going to be strong for it. It's the same thing when you're in these fast food or these places that push this agenda to pollute you. And you don't know what you're eating, you don't know what you're drinking. These energy drinks, all that stuff, all these candies, all that fast, all that stuff is to make you mild, numb, and dumb. And it's to like you into a zombie till you get hip that you got to go out and seek the vegetables, the proteins, the irons, the stuff that's going to be beneficial to you. Because I'm going to tell you something. The pandemic life ain't showed you about what they won't treat, what they will. Oh, best believe next surges or something, you might not get to the doctors. You can control some of what you put in your body. So you don't need to see a link or a study to tell you common sense. Eat your vegetables, eat what you're supposed to. Can't tell nobody this, but proof is in the pudding. And especially if you're a black man, especially you're a person of color, you know good and well that that stuff is not good for you. All that pop, all that stuff, all that linkage is real. And you don't know what these meats are made of. That's in part of why pandemic life exists in your sicknesses because it's built in the food. You eat all that pork and dogs and burgers and all that stuff. That's chemical based stuff that's there to poison you. You eating this just like a cigarette, and I even say French fries. You sitting there, yeah, you like it because it's easy and catchy until the ramifications hit you, and you don't know that that's what's going into your tomb. So think about it. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and just passing on and stay healthy, because what we still dealing with and all these other surges and things ain't no joke. But are you going to ignore that for a quick fix as opposed to a well-rounded meal? I'm out.